Hello everybody, and all my other Save the World enthusiasts out there. I'm going to be doing a little review on the new weapon that just came out, the Chaos Exploder Rifle. And let me just say, I had this idea on an absolute whim, and I figured that it'd be worth a shot. So this weapon, if you don't know, I just got it to 130, and it just came out yesterday. It reloads 2 rounds per second automatically when not firing. And I was thinking, what if we paired that with the Crackshot loadout, which is where you can fire continuously at the cost of stability, but you get a lot of damage for it. And then, along with that, you can do... where is it? Somewhere. Suppressive fire. Is it suppressive fire? No. It's startup, which increases your damage by 1%, maximum 25 stack. So you can just kind of, continuously build this up. And I did do a quick little test with like a level 12 variant in like Stonewood, just to see if the Crackshot effect applies to the Chaos Exploder Rifle. It does. Which means that if you have the Crackshot loadout for your like Storm King Scourge, this is like the Chaos Exploder Rifle would be like its little brother of sorts. So it should work pretty much the same. So with that in mind, we are going to, obviously we're in the 160s right now. Test it out. And they left. Okay. So yeah, you know what? Let me just go test out some enemies right now. Mine is water, and I didn't do any perks on it. Or what am I saying? I did do perks on it, but I didn't show the perks. Double crit rate and crit damage, 30% damage, and water element, because it's a fire mutant season, which means it's going to be mainly fire. Yeah, let's try it out on these guys. Okay, so far so it's pretty good. Now granted, I do have my defender helping me out a little bit here, but as you can see, it reloads while you're not firing it. So, and that means it's like the Storm King Scourge, like I already said. So, which means it gets stronger. So as long as you don't run out of ammo while firing this thing, this could be a great, fantastic company weapon for the Storm King Scourge. I think I should just call it Scourge. Now, granted, it only has a size of like 20 in the magazine, so you do have to be very cautious. You can see, I got down to one shelf. It's kind of like a very slow moving Scourge, like it doesn't reload as fast and stuff, so it's very cautious. Now, I think you could do magazine size, perhaps, in place of the first damage perk. Man, I really need to organize my stuff. Where is it? Man, why do people keep leaving? I don't get it. Where is it? Where is it? Where? I'm blind. I'm actually... oh my gosh, am I alone? Okay, man. People, I tell you. Where is it? There it is, finally. Yeah, that first 30% damage perk, you could have it so it's magazine size. Like, I think that's fair too. But I'm doing damage just to test it out. You can very easily just change it. In fact, I might change it after myself, so. Okay, well, I'm glad more people joined. I'm just gonna look, man. I'm not really the best at building defenses. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it, but I can try. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I don't think I have my auto edit off. There you go. Yeah, if you turn that on, the build the radar missions and stuff like that are a piece of cake. So but that's the main reason I have it on, the auto edit. Cause what else am I gonna realistically do with it? Cause I don't build. It's not like I build Fortnite. So if anything, I mainly just play Save the World because I'm not always a big fan of fighting real people. It's just, it's sweaty, and you know, it can be a lot, you know. Oh yeah, also here's a little tip. I have these activation. We haven't even finished. Man, this is the one downside to playing with randoms. It's just sometimes they do silly things, you know. That okay. Does that reach? I don't think that reaches. For anybody who doesn't know, broadsides need a wall to bounce against for maximum damage. Do you know how many times I've done 160s and stuff and they just don't have a wall? Yeah, like this is okay. Preferably you'd have two facing each other up to like 2 tiles away. So like here would be fine. Like this is good too. But 3, you're starting to push it a little bit. And yeah, anything farther than that, it just isn't worth it. So let me see if I can get a good example. Yeah, don't do this. I mean, this could work, the 3 tile away, but I wouldn't count on it. Is that an air shield? Is that what this is supposed to be? I think that's what that is. What was I saying before about the wall spike? So yeah. So the perk down there is it heals 4.8% of max health every 10 stacks. And once the balloon goes down, like fully, you can just go down in there and put it all in the inside of the walls. It's not gonna do anything crazy, but it'll probably help a little bit. So I'm gonna try it out on these guys. I hate these guys. Yeah, I feel like magazine's probably the way to go. Cause damage is nice, but I feel like in terms of just, you know, killing enemies, I'm more concerned about running out of ammo. Okay, that was pretty good. See, I only used... Oh, actually, wait, it fires a burst of 2, right? No, burst of 1. Okay. So, this is like a very cautious firing gun. I think I've already said something like that, but it's not a gun I'd say you want to fire willy-nilly. Yeah, that's something you'd have to really be careful about firing. First is the Storm King Scourge here, where it's just on a cooldown thing right there, that little bar next to my aim down sights. I think it's... yeah, okay. Where you can just fire. As long as the bar don't get red and overheat, you're fine. So far impressions are pretty good. I meant to say first impressions. I'm not fully here if it was if it wasn't obvious. I just figured I'd record a video like this just to get everyone in the know. Troll Husk. Fun fact, this guy is what my epic name is based off of, because I find these guys annoying but also kind of funny. So yeah, and if you didn't know that, you can hit them twice, because I went the longest time without knowing you can hit them twice, so I'd have to sit there and like hit them 6 times, and it just made me absolutely miserable. Okay, so much for that. I was gonna go get a health boost and stuff. Alright, now here's the real test. First, let me go in here. They just left a giant gaping hole. Okay, wow. Okay, yeah, let me put this stuff in here first, and I'll be right out. Okay. Cover that up. Okay. Let me eat a wafer, and let's go to town. Alright, so far so good. Wow, I already got Totally Rocking Out activated. Okay, I'm down to 1 ammo, gotta wait a little bit. Okay, so... oh shoot, I have to reload. Well, there goes all my stacks I built up, but it's all good. This is what I'm saying, you gotta be careful with fire here. Alright, down to 1. Gotta be careful. It's very slow, but if you're just doing like suppressive fire, like if you're just like, I don't know, let's say I was hiding up there or something, and like, you know, being like a support fire, that's great. Alright, so water damage against a physical smasher was pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It is kind of scary having to wait that long, because by the time you get your ammo back, you could already be charging through. Yeah, that is kind of scary having to wait that long, but I guess it works. Actually, what am I doing? I have the pop shot. Chat the black drum. I got a physical black drum. If you don't know, been living under a rock like I kind of have, black drum's the way to go for mini bosses and stuff like that. Oh wait, hang on. That's a good test right here. Alright. Okay. Okay. It's kind of hard to see what's going on, but I think that's good damage. Yeah, I'd say that's good damage. Satisfactory. Yeah, black drum just really does. So like, if you just had the chaos exploder like this one, and then like the black drum for like mini bosses and stuff, I'd say you're pretty fine. You're pretty good. And you know, the Crackshot loadout. Like I said before, I would definitely do magazine size perk. I feel like that would be a lot better. But if you're one of those guys that just wants less ammo and more punch in your gun, then, you know, having more damage isn't that bad. And especially if you're using it in accompaniment with the Scourge, which I haven't even used yet, but I don't think that weapon really needs a showcase, because, you know, it's a Storm King weapon. Don't really need, not much to say about that. But it's a good, like I said, it's a good sidearm. It's a good little buddy for the Scourge. So I guess in case your Scourge ever runs out, you could always just swap to this. Okay. Okay. Alright, now I'm down to 1. Gotta be careful I come back a little bit. Yeah, so it's a kind of a lot of waiting, which isn't exactly good, I'd say, but that's probably just because I chose the wrong perk. Because by the time your ammo comes back, then it kind of ruins the point. I'm just going to change to this Scourge real quick here. Yeah, as you can see, Scourge is just kind of the gun, you know what I mean? But, you know, Chaos Exploder ain't too bad. It's in the shop right now, and if you don't got the Scourge, I think it's great. I think it's great. And, like, since it's not a manual reload, it works towards Crackshot's perk, which is much appreciated. Oh, there's a mini boss. Let's get it. Chaos Drum Gun. Chaos Drum Gun? What am I saying? Black Drum is what I'm saying. Yeah, as you can see, just town. And he's dead. And I'm almost dead myself, but you know, we got the job done, that's what matters. So I'm gonna eat a wafer, heal a little bit, and I'll go back to my Chaos Exploder. These flingers are annoying. I think everyone can agree flingers and propane guys are probably the worst things I've ever had to deal with. Or just in general, with enemies. I'm pretty, like, if I could, like, put, like, worst mobs in the game, I'm pretty sure it would just be tied. But yeah, see? That's why. That's annoying. Especially when it's exploding death bomb. Like, it is the worst thing on the planet. It drives me crazy. But, you know, I know it's supposed to be hard. It's not supposed to be easy. But I could still say it confidently drives me crazy. Then you put the banner down. This mission's almost over. I haven't even realized it. I guess if you guys want any more Save the World content, let me know. I'm not like a super professional YouTuber. I'm not a sole Save the World YouTuber, as this isn't mainly what I do. If you watch my channel, you know that. I don't really upload. I just kind of upload when I feel the time is right. You know? So I just figured I'd put this out there to all my fellow Save the World players out there. Enjoy this kind of stuff. Because the Chaos Exploder is really new, so it's not often I'm the kind of guy who gets to be here when something first comes out. Because usually by the time I feel like making a video about something, it's kind of redundant because it's something that's already been has a video on it, which, you know, you don't gotta be the first to make enjoyable content, but that's usually why I like to do it. And I'm just a guy out there who just likes sharing his opinion on certain things. Like, I'm very passionate about Save the World, you know, but it's not a very easy game to get into, especially before the, what is it? Especially before the like quality of life update. Like, it was very hard and very tedious to grind through the game, but you know, it's a lot easier to do it now because you can do quests without having to like sit through an entire mission and, you know, drive yourself crazy, which is nice and appreciated. But, you know, by the time I got this quality of life update, I already beat through the entire game, so, you know, it is what it is. I always like being friendly at the end screen here, so I just do a lot of good, respectful emotes, cause why not?
A few moments later.
Okay, guys, I'm back in... thank you, Ray. I'm back in a repair the shelter right before the defense starts. I've got the new Chaos Exploder, The only difference being the perk change is now, instead of 30% more damage, it is 75% more magazine, which brings our total of 20 bullets to 35. So that should make it a little easier, I'd say. For hello gnome. It should make it a little easier for reloading. So we're gonna go see if that makes a difference with Crackshot. I mean, it should do decently better, but I guess we'll see. Okay, ow. I don't know what hit me. That sucked. In fact, let me just pop away. Okay. So far, I think if you have like a very powerful defender, like these kind here, and then okay, you know what that means. So, now that I think about it, I guess the perk of damage or magazine is really up to you. Because it's not like you're always going to be able to utilize all 35 slots. But, if you're willing to sit back a lot longer and have like your defender like that guy, just do some work for you as you wait for your one to come back up, then it's not that bad. It's just a very slow scourge, essentially. So, if you're playing with a lot of people, then it shouldn't be that bad. You can afford to take it back. Even in the 160s, which is what we're in, at 160 repair the shelter, I think you can take it a step back and let your ammo. Now, if you want to be super offensive, I'd say that's what the Scourge is for, because the cooldown and but that is a mythic weapon, so you know, I kind of expect it to be good. Not that this isn't good, but you kind of expect it to have excellent assault capabilities to the final boss fight. And mind you, this is a water one going up against physical enemies, I'm pretty sure. So, I think that's really telling on how good this weapon is. That even with like a type not super effective against it. Last time it was water against fire, which was really effective. But it's just water against physical, so you know that's really telling of how good the weapon is. So I'd say if you have the gold, what is it, 1600 gold? It's in the shop right now, the event shop. You have till September 3rd to get it. So not too much of a rush, I'd say, but you know, I wouldn't wait because you might forget. And yeah, overall, I'd give this gun a solid 7 or maybe even 8 out of 10. Because it is a pretty good gun. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you found this video helpful, I'm glad to hear it. Take care of yourselves, everybody.